What is up, everyone? As y'all can obviously tell, this is my apartment, which is something I never thought I'd say before. I'm my apartment. You know what I'm saying? Considering how expensive apartments are now, considering all the circumstances that have actually befallen upon me before even getting here, I never thought that I would be able to say, I have an apartment. This is mine, and not just mine, but it's all mine. As in, like, no roommates. Look, the first month that I had this apartment, I was so used to having roommates that I was expecting to hear the door open at like, 11 or something. I was expecting people to just sort of pop up and just be like, oh, hey, what's up? You know what I'm saying? And those guys would just be living in that room, in the living room, and I would be living in the bedroom because it's my apartment. And it's like, no, wait, it's just me living here. Now, as you can obviously tell, this area looks a little bare, and it's because I don't have enough money to buy no furniture. Plus, it's just me living here, so I'm not about to hoist a couch upstairs to put it into my facility. So, until I get some money to buy cheap furniture that comes in a box, this will I would just not have furniture. But it is nice, bro. It is nice to, but it was nice to actually be able to get this. It's just because I almost didn't, and so it was like it's a stroke of luck here. It feels good to talk in front of a webcam again. The Surface that I had that I can't find right now is kind of dead. It just died on me. Just like I opened it up, I couldn't turn it on. Maybe it's just because I'm not tech savvy enough to understand what's going on, or the thing just died on me because it don't like me no more. I don't know. In any case, I'm back to using the webcam, and this feels good. I feel tiny. I feel tinier, and also like I don't like the silhouette, on this side of my face. But hopefully, I'll invest in another ring light to get that taken care of. I'm just saying though, it's just good to be able to know the circumstances aren't terrible and aren't completely against me here, because they were for a long time. Moving along, cyberbullying. I don't understand it. I think the weirdest thing, first off, bullying is weird. Imagine disliking somebody and wanting them to know it, and then getting upset when they find out. You know what I mean? Like, bullying in itself is weird. I mean, if you don't like somebody, why would you want them to know? Just leave them alone. You know what I'm saying? Just wallow in your own frustration. But but cyberbullying is just an even weirder case because you don't even have a personal connection to the person who you're harassing. You're just like, I feel like harassing that person. You know what I mean? And it's like, why? Um, and I've been getting cyberbullied for a couple days, and it's weird because I'm that kind of dude who, if you have a problem with me, I'm gonna come to you directly and ask you what your problem is. That's me. I'm that guy. Especially because on the internet, especially because on the internet you can't hit me on the internet. So I'm gonna go into your DMs and I'm gonna ask you, what is your problem with me? What did I do to you to get this kind of behavior? And because bullies are not smart people, they will never say what the reason actually is because there isn't one. They're just upset, and I just happen to be nearby. So I think the most annoying one was that I was getting harassed by this one guy. The laugh react on Facebook is a sneak diss. I don't care what anybody says. It's like you either find something funny or you just dissing a person, and it's kind of like the thumbs down on YouTube. It's basically just somebody who dislikes you. They don't care. If they have a thumbs down and they don't leave a comment, that's just a person who is just trolling you. So what else to them, right? But it's alternate. So it's I'm the kind of guy who, if you have a problem, I go to you and I say, hey, what's the problem? And if you can't tell me what the problem actually is, then I know I'm not the villain in this scenario. You're just weird. So that's been happening a lot. It's just people who just, for no reason, just coming up to me and going, I don't like you and I want you to know it. And I'm like, who are you? Who are you? What is this coming from? Is there a gas leak in here? like I can understand, like in some cases, like for example, I made a video basically saying I hate Republicans, and I understand if somebody is like, oh, from now on I'm gonna follow this guy and thumbs down all of his videos because he said he hates Republicans and I'm a Republican and he hates me. You know what I'm saying? That I understand. You know what I mean? But it's like if you don't have a reason, you're just a weird person, and that has nothing to do with me. And that's been happening a lot. Like I don't. It's like I feel like we kind of need to evolve the bullying concept here a little bit. Like because like you're just being. It's just weird. It's just weird. It's like bro. At the very least, let a person know what it is that you have a problem with. At the very least, they're owed that much. You know what I mean? Because it's like if you don't give them a reason, then you're the bad guy. I keep revisiting it, but it's only because it's relevant. It needs to be said multiple times. Because people love to do this thing where they basically say, "Oh, I'm not a bully. I'm not being mean. I'm not harassing anybody. This person is doing something, and I am attacking them because they are doing something where they're being attacked for it." And it's like, but what are they doing? And you can never be specific as to what. Oh, they think that they're hot stuff. Do they really think that, or do you think that? No, they're not going to be upset by it. They're not going to be upset by it, which is kind of like a sociopathic response. Like and it's also kind of weird. Like you're basically saying a person being confident in themselves is reason enough for you to try to knock them down because it's not going to hurt them because they're confident in themselves. And it's like you're weaponizing their confidence against them. You're weaponizing their perceived confidence against them. They probably might be very self-conscious and have no confidence in themselves. And you're just basically saying, well, if they did, they wouldn't have taken this picture and try to make themselves feel good or so. It's just like people are bullies for the dumbest, weirdest, and most non-reasons ever. It's like, why? Leave people alone. Speaking of leaving people alone, like I said before, I made my video about how I hate Republicans because a lot of them are white supremacists, and white supremacists just can't seem to leave people alone. Like nobody ever asked for white supremacists, but white supremacists are somehow just everywhere, everywhere. It's like, bro, go away. Why are y'all here? Like if you're a Marvel fan, that's white supremacist Marvel fans. Like guys, you're the bad guys in this. You know what I'm saying? Like I really do feel like as a society. And we really do need to hammer home that white supremacists are the bad guys. We need to make that message into like every message on television, every message on a fictional TV show, everything on the news. The news has to be, in other news, white supremacy is still bad. You know what I mean? Like we really need to kind of like push this agenda that white supremacists are unwelcome in current society because they keep trying to make it seem like they're welcome in current society. And they keep trying to force themselves to be welcome in current society. I mean, look at our educational system right now. PragerU is out here trying to convince kids that, Christopher Columbus was an all right guy. And as a person who is who was taught that Christopher Columbus was an all right guy as a kid, personally, I didn't even care who Christopher Columbus was. For the longest time, I just thought he was just some dude who said, land ho, and it's like, that's America, and that was it. But like then you find out that he was like a deranged sociopath who genuinely harmed people to make himself feel like a big guy. And I'm just like, I went from, Christopher Columbus is a land ho guy to Christopher Columbus is a monster who really needs to be reevaluated through history. We need to stop doing things. We need to stop appeasing white supremacists. That's all I'm saying. We need to stop appeasing white supremacists. We need to stop ignoring white supremacists. We really need to kind of push this idea that white supremacists are bad and they should be treated as such. It's just wild to me that we live in a world where we can't do that. It's just weird to me that this is still a thing. I also would like to reiterate that I would love to stop working for a month until the work conditions that I desire are met. But if I had a month to just not work, I would not have this apartment. I would lose my car. And I have like a lot of, it doesn't look like I have a lot of stuff, but I have a lot of stuff. And I need a place to put my stuff. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm not getting paid for a month, all my stuff is just gonna be out on the street with me, and I just gotta gather up all my things and just try to freaking, like I ain't got no bags big enough to carry all my stuff in, and that's frustrating because I pack light, or at least I try to pack light, so I won't have to worry about this sort of thing. It's just frustrating. It's dumb. It's frustrating and it's dumb. I don't like how this. I don't like how easy it is for a month of working to just kind of ruin people's lives. People asked me a while ago, like, hey man, well, what political party are you? And I'm like, I'm for the party who is ever going to try to make rent cheaper and make pay wages higher. That's the party. Like whoever is doing that, not promising it, doing it, I'm supporting them. So far, nobody has done that, so I don't support anybody. I will support myself because that's something that I want to do. When it comes to voting, I try my best not to vote for a person who I think will win. I vote for the person that I want to win. Because that way, even if they don't win and things go wrong, I'll be like, oh, don't mind, shoot, you can't get mad at me. I voted for Bruce Wayne. You know what I mean? So there's that. Feels good to talk in front of a camera again, though. It really does. And I am rambling like crazy. I'll catch up on this later. Oh, a little bit of stuff about me. Let's see. First off, I have been like obsessed with these merging games lately. These games where you merge like three things and they become a bigger thing. Like this is like I've been obsessed with those games lately. I've also been like obsessed with idle games, where like if you stop playing it, it still keeps playing on its own, and you come back to, do stuff. Those are the those things have been taking over my life lately, and there's also this user on Facebook that I have following. Her name, like it's called Walter the Cat. It's like this orange cat, who's just like really cool and oddly enough can seemingly understand human speak. But Walter the Cat, what I'm saying, I'm on Facebook and I follow Walter the Cat and I'm like, oh wow, I wonder why I can't see any more Walter the Cat videos from that specific account. And it's like, oh, it's because 8 other accounts or a whole bunch of other accounts keep stealing my stuff and posting it onto their account and calling themselves Walter the Cat. And Facebook won't do anything about them. And the first thing that's going through my mind is, that's messed up. Like that is really messed up. Like she's like it's such a sweet account. Like just a cool person with an account about a cat. And just like come on, why y'all doing that? It's so messed up. So like justice for Walter the Cat. You know what I'm saying? Like she don't deserve that kind of stuff. Cause she tries to talk to them and they block her. Like how y'all gonna turn something so wholesome as an orange cat on the internet into like controversy? Why would y'all do that? So weird. I stay away from like I'm more when it comes to internet media stuff. I go into the wholesome category, the cute category. I don't really like go into the funny category anymore because a lot of stuff that people consider funny is just bigotry now. It's just like oh we're not making fun of this fat person because they're fat. We're making fun of this fat person because they think that they good. They think that they hot stuff. It's like, how do you know that? It's like, oh man, we just be ribbing, man. It's just jokes. They ain't hurting. Like these jokes ain't hurting anybody. How do you know? You know what I mean? It's like I don't even like mess with stuff that people think is funny anymore. I rather watch cute cat videos or food getting made. I like food getting made videos. I should just ignore those videos from now on because I would never eat that food because I will always be too poor or too far away to ever get it, and I can't cook on my own. So I don't trust my stove here. My stove looks a little rough, so I don't trust my stove. So I haven't been able to cook. I've been living off of tuna fish and pineapples for like a couple of days now. To which I like to think that these results are actually working out a little bit for me. I've been talking for a long time. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off here. Y'all be easy, love and peace. Check out the podcast if you can. We'll talk again soon.